Welcome to the Iron Thunder Racing League here today. Today, drivers are currently in their qualifying as I try to find something to hold this microphone in place. This fan that I got evidently wants to lean backwards for some odd reason, so I'm trying to jam pins into this to hold it. Let me shove this pin as far as I can into it. Hopefully that will hold. It will have to. Whether or not it wants to, I'm going to make it go in that one direction. But drivers are currently in their qualifying, like I said, as they have actually just gotten done with that. So, excuse me. So you'll see that right there, logos. I tried to put the other logo in. Evidently I messed up on it somehow. I don't know what I did. But these are the qualifying results right here on your screen. So Storm Patterson first, John Sweathart second, Dave Matson third, Justin Nelson fourth, Adam Bowles fifth, sixth, Matthew Martell, seventh, Nathan Shiflett, eighth, Matt Cherry, ninth, Tristan Ott, 10th, Zachary Kreiser, 11th, Matthew Klusterhuis, 12th, Brandon Klusterhuis, 13th, Alex Little, 14th, Manning Gregory, 15th, Sawyer Ott, 16th, Christopher Gale, 17th, Josh Coley, 18th, Matt Quick, 19th, Corbin Hemstreet, 20th, Kelvin Masseur, 21st, Brandon Pamitat, and 22nd, Dylan Hale, so he will not count as race control. He is race control, so he will not count. I have been sick, so my voice sounds a little bit different than what it normally does. I'm sorry about that. I can't do anything about that. This is probably one of my more favorite tracks to run here on iRacing, I'd say. I like it because you're up against this wall, and you are really, really pushing how close you're getting to it. Some guys will go closer, some guys will go a little too far, and they'll find out if they go too far because they'll jump that cushion and absolutely just destroy themselves. Actually won a league race. You're in a different league. I absolutely destroyed that field. I will try this later. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out later. I'm going to look at something else later. Tried to figure out how to do these other logos, and evidently something in the code I did was not right. I have no idea what it was, but we're waiting for everybody to grid. Probably Dylan Hale is just talking to the rest of them, telling them race rules. Don't wipe each other out. If you do, it looks cool for the broadcast, though, so you got to keep that in mind. I'm making all those a little bit smaller because those are absolutely massive on my screen. Just now pulled off to get going here, though. This is going to be a fun track. I mean, this is really going to be fun. These guys, you're going to see who has the balls to go up on the wall. You are really going to find out and see who's going to run high or as close as they can. You're going to see guys getting the Darlington stripe. What that is pretty much you just nick that wall just barely. You just kiss it. You just kiss it a little bit. Not a lot, but a little smooch there. It'll be fun to watch too, that's for dang sure. Oh, like I'm dying over here. Sorry. Oh, Lord. Promise you I'm not yet. That's for later in life. When I'm 80-something years old, I guess. No. His car should pull off here. Yep. So, Storm Patterson, John Sweathart will lead them to green here. This is a oddly quiet track. That's a little bit louder there. As the green flag is in the air, we are underway here. Already basically see guys clobbering that wall off the exit of the 2. That is where the track transitions from an old pavement, or it was old pavement to new pavement. Might be the other way around. Storm is testing his luck up there. Sweatcart's gonna get right on his bumper. That's one of the harder things to do. Matson's ripping that wall down, seeing if it can stand up to him. Justin Nelson will go to the inside of him. Sweatcart's gonna look under Storm. Storm, I think he may be a little bit loose now. You see him right up against that wall. He's going to get a big run off this top line. because he's able to do that. Did have Kelvin Mercer? Apparently he crashed, but oh yeah, yeah, he evidently crashed. No doubt about that. Track is oddly quiet. I'm gonna boost this more for y'all. Actually, kind of surprised how quiet it is here. It's not very loud. Kind of drew in a lot of people as Sweat Cart goes to the lead. Nelson just ran the fastest lap. He ran a 30.53. So he's definitely moving right now. He's got some speed in that car. See, some guys will enter a little bit lower. Some guys will enter a little bit higher. You see Sweat Cart kind of enters about middle. Nelson goes a little bit lower. That lets him wash up to the wall a little bit more. Probably saves a little bit of tire too. That's really just guys' discretions. They can choose what they want to do or not. As I forgot to, I'll give them all a paint refresh here. Sometimes their paints aren't correct. I always want to make sure sponsors get seen on their cars. That's one thing you're going to see. Not going to be uncommon to see these rear ends want to dance. It is a lady in black overall. As Kelvin Mercer, he is down pit road. Yeah, he has basically destroyed that front end. And Matt Quick doesn't have a hood. That's not good at all. It looks like Sweat Cart under attack from Nelson. Nelson, he will get that position. Again, guys, I am getting over a little bit of being sick over the weekend. I'm fine now. It's just getting over it. So that's fine. I'm going to be coughing a little bit, dealing with that head of sore throat. A runny nose. It's nothing really to worry about. Back here we have Colin. He is very, very far back. He must have gotten into... He's got some right front damage I see on that car. Nelson, yeah, it looks like he might start setting sail. He's 30.53, or 30.40, or 50, sorry. 30.50 was his last lap time. So he's definitely starting to move. Patterson's kind of stayed there. I really want to see where they're at. Somebody just wrecked. I could have swore I heard somebody wreck or somebody rip the wall down, I thought. But it's still there, still standing up, sadly. Anyway, guys, what to take some of it with them. Trust me, that wall doesn't move. It kind of hurts. Especially in these Xfinity cars, you get a rock thrown at you and your race is over. I want to know, I'm curious how Quick got that damage, though. As I don't know when he got that damage, but he's got it, and it's pretty heavy. I mean, down temperature, not temperature, down horsepower, I know that for dang sure. I mean, look at how destroyed this car is. I mean, that thing is utterly just destroyed. Everybody's running. Storm is... Ooh, man, somebody's trying to get that. That's Matthew Martell trying to use that wall to turn, trying to pull Kyle Larson. That doesn't work here, sadly. It was fun to see Kyle Larson try that, though, when he did. He might get passed by Nathan Shiflett here soon. Let's kind of look at these guys running different lines. Now, right there... I'll show you all. Right... You all might be able to see it here. Let me turn to exit. So... You know, around this area of the track, this is where these cars like to step out. Like right there is where they transition over from old pavement to new pavement, or it might be the other way around. There's a kind of a bump there. You'd be surprised that you don't see it, but there's a bump in that track. And if you hit it wrong, that car is going to be sideways. It will step out from under you incredibly quickly. It is a pain to deal with. Sawyer also running 13th wrong now. He's up to biggest mover is Manny Gregory, Brandon, Matt Cherry, Justin. Actually, no, Brandon Pamatat's the biggest mover right now. He's up 6 positions in 15th. He's currently running 31:03. Basically, one of the faster times on the track, too. There's only 2 people that are faster than him is Nelson, Sweat Cart, Patterson. Around that, as Gene has wrecked and towed it to pit road. What happened here? I don't think Gene had a very good night. He's probably trying to pull down. Yep, he's trying to get down to pit road. Misses entry to pit road. Hits the barrels. No, he actually just misses it fully. Decides, I don't want to go around. I'm just going to tow it. Might as well. He actually leaves, too. Kelvin Mercer, he's still in the pits. This is really going to start being a 3-car battle, though. Boyle's just kind of looking here. He's like, yeah, you all can keep doing that. Have fun. I'm gonna let y'all burn off your stuff. While you all do that, I don't have to worry about this anymore. So have fun with this. These are evidently gonna go start. Maybe going at each other. I mean, these guys are pretty much draped on top. There's not much of a big difference between them at all. Storm's going to look to the inside of Sweatcart. Looks like he's going to go try to get him in 3. He might actually be able to get... No, he's not going to be able to 2 for 1. He might roll that bottom pretty well. Sweatcart might put it 3 wide here. Hold on a minute. He got a pretty good bite off that top line. He's going to do a crossover on Nelson. Tried to do it. He's got to deal with Storm behind him, though. Storm's making him look. These two guys are trying to be on top of each other. This is really these guys going at it up here. And we got a big cluster here. We got the 24. That's, yeah, Brandon. We got Matthew actually here with them. Dave and Manning Gregory all running back here. I want to see. Nobody's really loose yet. Really, one thing at this track that you probably won't get when you hit the wall is loose. You'll get extremely tight. And then you have to kind of go burn off that right rear, and it just doesn't work like you want it to. But these guys are on top of each other. I mean, this is about the 5th lap they've ran like this. Storm's now going to look to the inside of Sweatcart. He's decided, well, I'm kind of done with this. He almost gets him there. Didn't mean to do that. He's just trying to get up to the wall. Hops right back up there. Now he's going to have to work for all that he just lost there. This is a high horsepower, low downforce track. Sweatcart says, that rear is going to come around on him. Try to dance around for him. As we do have a caution on the track here. What's happened here? Let's see what brought this out. Sorry, Rex. I don't believe there's a stage break here. Let me check. I'm pretty sure there's not. Yeah, there's no stage breaks here. Let's see what happened. Was there a wreck somewhere? It might be up here. Oh, yep, there it is. Gregory comes down over the bumper of Coley, and that was probably an iRacing. Manny Gregory's playing some dirt rally here. Let's see if you actually save this. Are you still driving this car? Where's he at? There he is. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. He just sideways for a good, 100 feet here. Look at this. Just wheeling this thing off the corner. And then I guess he just got too far sideways, and that threw a caution. I don't think Dylan Hale threw that. But pit stops are going to be underway now. Little gets the wave around. Leclerc actually might beat Nelson getting into the pits alone. So Nelson's going to Nelson's going to have a good pit stop to get back out in front of him. Pit crews, the unsung variable that people don't think about in races. They can really come and mess somebody up. Oh, Lord. Austin is streaming Martinsville as Sweatcart almost tries to get... Actually, Storm will beat Sweatcart out, I think. I think he did. Yeah, Storm beat Sweatcart. Sweatcart was so aggressive on that throttle. He tried to go, and that thing was just sideways the whole entire time. As these guys have gone under caution, I will run downstairs and get myself a drink, but we will go side by side here with the ad.
played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive. Especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point. Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here at Darlington, lap 20 of 90 here for these guys. Pace car will pull off here. Patterson and Sweat Cart, the front two guys. Storm has some right rear damage, though. That's not going to help that car. Sorry, going to have the flag in his hand. As the green flag is back in the air, we are back underway. Shiflett does not get going at all. That's going to hold up Tristan Ott behind him. Something happened. He did not get going at all. It allows Storm to have a pretty comfortable start here. You won't have to worry about getting absolutely clobbered from behind. As there they go, they're bouncing off each other. That's the exit of 2. It always gets people on these fresh tires. They're 3 wide now. Hendricks on the top. Sawyer on the bottom. Trying to pull a slide job. Broadcast about dying over here. Oh, somebody's around. That's a 39. Zachary Chrysler, he pounds that inside wall. See if he gets back rolling. He does. See what happened to him. I think he just got loose off of 4. Might have jabbed the throttle and it didn't go too well for him. Just to get that and just snapped around on him. That happens. He had too much wheel into it. It's trying to turn way too much in that car. It was not having it that time. Did not want to do it. But just nothing you really can do. You're like, oh, please turn, please turn, please turn. And then when it won't turn, yeah, it sucks. It ain't too fun. That's just going off the exit. Actually, oh my gosh. The fastest lap was just ran. That was Storm, a 30-30. We were down to like 30-50s for the fastest lap. Okay, we got 30-33 and then 30-30. Storm has the 30-30. Sweat Cart has the 33. I mean, these guys are absolutely hauling off the corners. They don't care. This is throw caution into the wind and see what happens. There it goes. A lot of these guys on exit, though, that rear end likes to kick out on 2. That's the only point that really does it. But here you cannot be hard on the throttle. You will get punished hard for doing that. And I mean incredibly hard. These cars do not like that one bit. They will, oh my lord. It ain't fun. It is not fun, I'll tell y'all that. As Quick has taken his fast repair. I think Kelvin's probably out of the race back here. But the guys just kind of slowly, methodically doing something. They're not really moving anywhere. It's really been, not many people have been passing each other. Some guys, I ran this track and, I'm a high open A split. I actually won Division 2 for the A Open. But we have another caution. We will go back to that story. Quick is something around here, Etheridge. And I think, Gale is in it too. He doesn't have a front end. What happened here? I think Gale just had to step out. Oh, no, there's a stack up here. Okay, yep, this is what happens here. So the 62 is going to scrape the wall. Manson's not going to have anywhere to go. Gale won't have anywhere to go. Boyles won't have anywhere to go. Yep, stack up right there, and right there. I knew it. Etheridge goes right around Gale. Innocent bystander. He had nowhere to go. Quick finally doesn't get involved in something. That's just a stack up. You're already running that wall, and when you nick it once, it slows you down so much. That car will it immediately drops, and it's just hard to deal with. I mean, it really is hard to deal with. It's not easy to do. Yeah, that's how it is. Do I really want to watch this? Well, I might. Excuse me. I don't know if I want to watch that. I have to figure out. As apparently I've saw a big meme with the new Mario movie. Foley's coming down. Interesting here. He has some left rear damage, but I got a bruise on my tongue. It looks like he's bent the spoiler. These guys are coming in because they clobbered each other. They threw haymakers and it didn't work. He gave them the... Who bumped it? Who did bump and run first? I don't know. I ain't taking that. Yeah, these guys will pit. I think Boyles probably doesn't have the most damage out of all these guys. He probably has the least. I mean, he looks pretty much fine. Atson kind of bad. Martell, Kreiser, he spun earlier. I think his damage is probably fixable, as I don't think they're fixing it because he is over the line. He might have not realized that, though. No, it says he's in his... He's definitely not in his pit box, but it says he is. That is for sure. Zero clue how he's in that. I can see his nose is over it. But iRacing's iRacing. Can't debate it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it seriously looks like he's over it. Close cap. Stadium sweat. Oh. Thursday, though. Nope. Ain't doing that. I hate my nose. Nose is horrible. There's a point where I wish I could take a shotgun and just, like, blow a new hole in my nose. Probably sounds bad, but I don't care at the same time. See, who has a good old Darlington stripe? It's not gonna be on this side. I can't see it really. I don't gonna see it. No, not there. I can see it here a little bit. Let's see who has a Darlington stripe. I think Sherry's got one. Nelson doesn't. Coley doesn't. Matson doesn't. Boyles doesn't. There, Martell. Okay, yeah, Martell has one. He has absolutely destroyed the wall with his right side for LaRue Racing. So 2 cautions, 30 laps in. Guys aren't doing bad. It's just colder tires are really hard on people at this track, so you gotta let them heat up. So they will go around one more time. Though I thought they were gonna go live that time, but I was not live. Back to racing that time. But I was evidently wrong. Very, very wrong. What? I'm curious. Coley's topping. Is he topping off again? So that was little. These guys don't have visible damage that I can see. This is just a top off from these guys. That's all that it is. They might be able to go to the end on fuel, possibly? Something like that? Now, the problem... Never mind, they'll catch him. Okay, I was going to say they might not catch it in the pack, but they just got out of pit road, so they will not have to worry about that at all. They will be completely fine. That's one of the most worrisome things. You're like, oh, crap, can I get to pit road in time? His cart will pull off here, though. Storm Patterson, John Sweatcart, front 2 guys right now, and pretty much the leaders of this whole race here. Green flag is in the guy's hand, and he is now waving it. We are back underway here. Storm, he's able to hold off Sweatcart. Sweatcart's been on the bumper of Storm the whole entire night, though. He's not really let him ever get a comfortable lead at all. I mean, he's been basically riding his bumper, and I don't... Ooh, that's somebody just cleaned themselves out there. I thought they were about to clean themselves out. That could have went really bad. I mean, really, really bad for them. I don't know how it did not, but they're lucky because they were headed for that wall. There's a Column and Sir are out. Ooh, they might touch. Sweat cart. Gonna try to go to the inside of Patterson now. Can't do it. Has to tuck back in. I mean, he is all over Storm as we see Brandon. Somebody, oops, there's smoke up there. Brandon Klusterhuis gets that position on Pamitat. Pamitat's trying to get one from Treston now. Off that exit 4. Really, I think turn 1 is really... Oh, there we go. They clip him. Oh, hard overcorrection by Matt Cherry. He was clipped by the 24. The 69 is involved in it. Sawyer might have gotten a little piece of it also. That all started with the 24 clipping Matt Cherry. That was a hard hit. I could see it. That 24 was really close to him. Find where he is right now. Should be the 24. There he is. Yeah, Matthew Klusterhuis. Look, yeah, he's just clipped him. I mean, going in there side by side, he just clips Cherry. That's how you're gonna want to run this track. Your car normally wants to go up towards the wall. Cherry tries to save it. That thing just snaps on him, and he goes right into the outside. Poor Hemstreet. Nowhere to go. Locks it down, hits Cherry. Sawyer rear ends Cherry also. He doesn't get that much damage, though. Ooh, he might be lucky. It's actually two of the brothers. No, it's Matson and Sawyer Ott. Nelson might be lucky not getting damage here. Nelson. Okay, Nelson might have just... I think he might have tapped that inside wall here. He did it to avoid... Oh, yep, he has no front end. Never mind. Yeah. His front end's gone. You can see it. Maybe not here. But right here, he's going to barely tap that wall. And watch him pull away here in a second. And he has no front end. Well, that's not fun. That might be repairable, though. And we got a lot of guys down pit road now. Guys are not halfway in the race. Lap 45 will be halfway for them. So, yeah. Quick is already off and away. I don't know why Quick is doing this. Etheridge, Etheridge stayed out. He's just getting the wave around. Well, might have been Lucky Dog. I'm not completely sure if he was or not. He may have been. I have about 20,000 tabs open on my PC. I'm looking at all this stuff. Y'all be surprised when I stream like how much stuff I have pulled up. I have 3 monitors. Need to get a monitor holder for the wall so I can put them up there. I honestly should get another monitor, to be honest with you, and place it up above my middle one so I can look at the timing when I'm racing. I'm probably going to build a dedicated iRacing rig over the summer. I have to work a lot, though. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ooh, let's go. Not. We'll go around at least 2 more times here. Hemstreet's going back down. Yeah, Hemstreet's he doesn't have a good car right now. That was a weird frame right there. Did try to figure out. I'm gonna get this figured out on the coding for SDK. I just need to do that because it's a pain. I thought I had it correct, and there was just one of them was just deciding to go over each other, and I was really confused. I didn't understand it at all. But it is what it is, I guess. Might be a good option. I can probably just do that now I think about it. Quick. Just back down. I keep on noticing these guys keep coming back down. They have no damage. What I mean by that is really Josh, Coley, and Alex Little. They have no damage on their car. I can't see any visible damage that they have. I don't know why they keep coming down pit road. I mean, only be for topping off. Heck, and their pit stops are incredibly short. You got 5 seconds, 6 seconds between those two, 4 seconds. So I think these are just top offs here for these guys. Gale is getting a participation trophy right now. He's still here. That car's absolutely junked. This is their Premier Series has stage breaks. However, their Rush Series, which is what this is, does not. So this is kind of like a normal race that you would see in A Open or B Open or C Open. Only time you slow down is when there is a caution, and you do not want those to happen most of the time, because if they do, it's not too much. The pace car pulls in here, those Storm Patterson, John Sweatkart, Nathan Shiflett, and Brandon Kluster, who's your top 4 drivers. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Storm Patterson gets a good jump. Gonna be able to enter high here into turn 1. We got Storm and Sweatkart going at it. I think they both wiggled off the exit of 2, and Sweatkart is up on the bumper of Storm. Storm is going to have to get going here. How hard is he going to rip this wall with Sweatkart on his bumper? It is so hard to pass here, but if Storm keeps doing that, sliding that rear, it's going to get incredibly hot. Sweatkart's now almost to his outside. Storm's going to have to drive it in there, let it wash up in front of Sweatkart. Have to get a good turn down the hill. Maybe tapping a little bit of that brake to get the car turned and pointed, but Sweatkart gets loose up under him. Able to save it, though, as he actually doesn't really lose any space between them. Rear view of Storm Patterson right now, playing with that throttle. I know these guys are just looking at each other, and their chops are licking right now. They want each other right now. So that's kind of weird. Whatever. But now we got these guys lined up. Big train. Brandon is up 17 positions. I mean, that is insane. He actually is probably going to get third here from Shiflett. He's running that. Okay, what he just did right there is pretty much the perfect line that you can run at Darlington. He came really, really pointed off that corner. What I mean by that is you want to have as little wheel in it as you can coming off the corner. That means you might have to let it rotate in the middle. Storm's about to wreck himself. Let it rotate in the middle. When it really sets on the track, as Cherry almost turned bowl as they're trying to give a little bit of a bump. But once that car sets and it really bites, you can kind of just feel that it wants to turn down. Let it point itself to the bottom, and then you can get back on that gas a little bit. Here, you don't want to smash it. That is when mistakes happen. Big mistakes. That's Pamataz going to go side by side with Shiflett here into 3. Stabs it a little bit in the middle of the corner, probably trying to get a little bit more rotation. Sorry, y'all. Pamataz still want to go side by side with him into 1. This is his passing zone. They're not going to give it up, though. Almost saw what happened with Cherry and Matthew Kluster, who's earlier. Brandon luckily decides, I'm not going to risk that, as he just, oh, that probably ends his night there. He pounds that wall. That's going to make that car tight from now on. That is not what he wanted to see. I'm still having to jam a pin into this microphone stand. This thing is awful. Do not buy the Blue Compass microphone stand. I would hold the microphone instead. Up here now, I mean, these guys are pretty much running almost, actually, never mind. I mean, they're running almost identical lap times. 30.94, 30.95 as Storm just slid his rear end off that corner. Let's see. The only guy that can really compete with him is that Dave Matson, I think. He ran a 30.99. He's probably going to get around Brandon here. Try to get to his quarter panel. He's there. So Brandon, oh, net code there. Hits Brandon just a little bit. See, Brandon retaliates. He will not. That was a net code incident between those two. He comes back up on the track, saves it. Dave will get that position, but he's got a hungry Pamataz on his rear bumper, as that might actually give him the run that he needs to get by Matson. That damage, I don't know if he hit it hard enough, but I mean, he definitely got a good portion of it. These cars are so weird. You can get damage in certain areas and it doesn't hurt. Other areas you get damage and your car is just junk after that. I mean, it's a piece of crap. It really depends on where you hit it. That's not going to help, Brandon. He clobbers that wall again. Trying to say, yeah, that rear end stepping out on really bad. But look at these guys. I mean, these guys are pretty much just pulled away. This is two-man race right now between Patterson and Sweatcart. It'd say, hey, I'm going to ride the top. You go where you want to. Keep noticing Storm is wiggling a little bit off the exit of corners. Let's see if he does it here again, because I keep noticing that. And enter high here. Dive it down. Wait till it points. See where he goes down to that white line. Gas it up. Right there. It wasn't much, but that rear end's not fully under him. See if he does it here, too. It's very hard to see. That right there, it's so hard to look at that, but he's loose off exit. So he's really abusing those rear tires to make him turn. I can already feel my voice is going to go away for a moment. It's not going to be good. Madsen, he's coming. I mean, him and Shiflett are running faster laps than the leaders up here. Around here happening around Cherry. I think somebody hit the wall off the exit and that kind of bottled everybody up. Cherry's going to get up under Boyles there, get a little bit of a throttle into it. Boyles on the outside of Brandon. Going to poke his nose there. Do it. Make it through wide. Make it through wide at Darlington. Cherry's going to decide to just bump Kloosterhoos, try to get him up there. As I say, I'm going to go past you. And he almost takes the wall down with him. I think he actually did hit it a little bit. See Josh Coley, he's a multiple-time winner in the Premier Series. He's actually won 3 times on the season. Manning almost wrecks himself again. Some of these guys have had a rough race, and these guys have just had races that it doesn't go their way. And sometimes you can't really do anything about that. But Madsen is about to be all over Shiflett here in about a lap. Shiflett, I mean, Madsen's times. He's the fastest on the track right now currently. Well, second fastest actually. He's behind Shiflett. When you get behind somebody at this track, it's so weird because it's hard to pass in a sense of you don't want to drill the guy in the rear end. You might be getting in a little bit deeper than he is, but you don't know it. You can't tell. So that's just a hard thing at this track to do. You see lap times up on the left-hand side of who's running what. Madsen, I mean, he's continuously up there in times. Habitat, there he goes. Yep, there goes Shiflett into the wall. That will give Nelson or Madsen the position. Habitat shoots down below him. Shiflett just got too tight on exit. I think he may be coming down pit road. Nope, he's going to stand on the bottom of the track, and that definitely destroyed that steering in that car. I don't know. It might not be broken. He's definitely staying out of the way, though. I do know that. Can't really tell. It's not. It looks like it's pulling left, I believe. I think it's pulling left. Might not be pulling right. I think it's pulling left on him, though. Can't really see. Because some drivers drive with an offset. I don't like driving with an offset. It's weird. Brandon's having to deal with Martell now. Sorry, that was shit. No, I did get it right. That was Shiflett who crashed. I'm going to see if Matthew. I was going to see if Matt got near 24. He might give him a little bit of a payback. 24 is actually in pit road right now currently, though. Matthew is. Brandon just lets him go as Etheridge has crashed here. He immediately tows, however. What happened? He's probably going to get drilled by Quick here on accident. Got clobbered the wall, and Quick couldn't do anything about that. You cannot put that on Quick. That'll bring out, I believe, the 4th caution tonight? Yes, fourth caution. 55 laps in 90. I think we'll see the leaders finally come in that haven't the whole entire night. You really don't want to be staying out much longer. You don't want to find out how much tires matter. Kind of too late in the race to be doing that. I wouldn't be doing that if I were you. But some guys like to try it. Sound like some guys Yeah, guy, you'd like to try it? God, Lord. Can't speak either. I don't know. Something's happened to me. I don't know. Etheridge, so Storm, gotta make your money here. As Gale stays out, but he has no front end. So never mind. So looks like the first one in is Pam attacked his pit box, and he misses it. Backs up just a little bit. These two were close off pit road the first time. Storm is easy in. So is Sweat Cart. It's going to be who can get traction coming out of their box. I mean, that's what it's really going to depend on. Who can get the traction coming out? Storm. Oh my gosh, it's going to be close. When does a jack drop? And it will be Storm who will beat Sweat Cart out. Matson third. Pamitat fourth. Boyles fifth. Matt Cherry seventh. Matthew Martell 8th, Brandon Cruiser's 9th, and 10th is Josh Coley. Those guys came out. Gale is coming down pit road, so he will now cycle to the lead. He was not going to be up there for much longer, even if he stayed out, because his car is destroyed, pretty much. It's yeah, I would. You cannot pay me to drive that thing around this track. I would tell you no. I would not do it. I don't want to drive a car that has no front end. It's going to be difficult the whole entire time. Young one you are. Hey, are they back down? Corbin's back down. Matthew is too. I think Matthew's a lap down. Matthew might be a lap down. I think he is. I'm not completely sure, however. It's not been really much as Shiflett. He got to use his fast repair, but he is stuck. Not a lap down. So that is a break for Nathan Shiflett. Destroyed the wall coming out of 2. Car just basically dropped an anchor on him and it wouldn't turn anymore. That's one of the worst feelings too. When the car just won't turn and you're trying to do everything you can to get to turn. You're just like, oh, this is horrible. Can't do much about it. You can maybe pedal the brake a little bit. I don't know. Right, really all you can do. Through here. You guys had one more lap around. Nope, this is... So they'll get the green flag next time by. So they're going to be 31 laps left in the race here. 90 laps overall. Lady in Black. I think Jeff Gordon won here 4 times in a row in the 90s, as I wish I was born in the 90s. I was born in 03. Didn't really get to see Gordon in his heyday. Well, I could have, but I didn't really watch NASCAR as much. I really got into it in like the 2010 era. The story about me choosing Jeff Gordon is I actually was just sitting at home one time, and I think my dad had turned it to the TV, or I saw it earlier, and I told him, like, I want to see these cars racing. And I just picked a number on the screen, and it happened to be the 24 of Jeff Gordon. I think he was running like 35th in that race too. But I remember I chose that number, and that's the guy that I went with. I don't know why it stuck with me, but it did. The pace car pulls off here. Storm Patterson, John Sweatcart will lead them back to the green flag. Star's gonna have the flag in his hand. As the green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. Oh, somebody stepped out. Oh, Sweatcart, he is loose. How was he not wrecking that car? They're 4 wide. That is not going to work here. I don't know how these guys did not destroy. I mean, Sweatcart had that thing step out on him, and there's a yellow flag. Caution is out. Matthew's gotten involved in something here. What happened with Matthew? Okay, no, something happened here getting in the corner. So Manning looks like he might come up in side draft. Nelson here? Yeah, Manning tries to side draft Nelson. And that sets off whatever happens back here behind them. How did Kloosterhuis get involved in this, though? Oh, he just plowed through. Oh, gosh. Monsieur, Martel. Yeah, these guys had a bad night. Monsieur literally has just gotten back on the track after being in pit road for basically the whole entire race. We are going to watch what happened coming out of 2. I did clip that. I thought they were dead. I heard tires screeching. And, yeah, I mean, how loose is he the whole entire time? What happened here? I think it may just step out on him. Yeah, it just stepped out on him. There, he saves it. Tries to come back up. Gets loose again. Saves it. I mean, he is loose the whole corner. There, he almost came down and killed Matson. I mean, I don't know how he didn't wreck that car. We're going to rewatch that again. Rewind it a little bit. We're just going to go cockpit with him. Because, I mean, he is driving that car hard. I mean, it just stepped out, too. I never saw it happen with a car. He must have just jabbed the throttle out of nowhere. His hands did not stop working. I think really it's cold tires at this track. Cold tires here are like hard. You do not want to be making moves on cold tires. It takes them a little bit to get warm, but when they're cold, I mean, you talk about zero grip, and I mean zero grip. It's like you're on ice skates. I've done that before, and oh my gosh, it is hard. I mean, it is really, really hard to deal with. Evidently, my headset came unplugged at some point in time. I don't know when, however. It better be the settings. So that will give, I think. Let's see who's the first car one lap down. Matthew. I think nope. Did Matthew get the way around? He may have got the way around. I'm not sure. We will have to figure out that's why. But while these guys are under caution, we will go under a commercial break. I'll actually change my audio. I will now know why it is so low. As I've now hopefully fixed that audio issue, I was wondering why it was so quiet. And then I went to my settings and I looked and it was set to CD quality. So evidently it didn't recognize it at one point and it just said, I don't want to talk to you. Now it's set to DVD quality, so a lot better now. This track overall is very quiet though, I've noticed that. The cameras are quiet too. I actually have this boosted about 5 above what it actually is because it is so quiet. Now when they get in the corners, yes, it's not as quiet, but overall it is pretty dang quiet, this track. This car pulls in here, however. Storm Patterson will be on his inside. Pamatat, as the green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. Matthews giving them. Oh, there they go. They're around. Little. And that's going to bring up. Oh, gosh. I think somebody just died. Martell just destroyed that inside. Saw Little get turned. What happened here between these guys? So, somebody's going to step out here. I think Little. Yeah, Little. Oh, I think he clipped the apron here. I go cockpit. I think he hit the apron. Yeah. You have to slow it down. I think right here. Look at right here. About right there. I think he hits the apron. Realizes he has to counter steer. I don't know. That's the only thing. That's an odd. I mean, he might have thought he was clear. I don't know. But you see Martell. He's going to destroy this inside wall. Full speed. Basically, bam. All 4 tires go off the ground. He loses his front end. I don't know why. Little had to have gotten loose. That's the only reason he would do that. You're not going to lift at that part in the corner. For no reason at all. Unless you just want to give him a spot. I need to send his package back. Noble Performance. Car parts. Where I probably put 4. No, not 4. Well, $3,000 to $4,000 into my car. Like, in mods alone. Drive a Subaru WRX, so. And I don't vape, so don't even think that. People, oh, you drive a Subaru, you vape. No, I don't. Actually have a thing here. But I actually haven't gotten VRX, so while these guys are under caution here, we're going to get this VRX add-in. I was trying to mess with code, and I don't think I got to do all of them, so we will run that VRX one right now.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point. Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here, I just wanted to get those 2 ads in. I am sponsored by Team Watson Racing. Use code WATSPIN39. That is WATSPIN39 for 5% off your purchase of a setup at their website. I believe it works for the first month of your subscription too that they have for A, B, and C. I think you get $3 off overall. I think $25 a month. I think it's 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's $3. It doesn't roll over, sadly. I could maybe get them to do that. I know they've been talking about it, because the sales for, like, that is going really good. Really, really good. Apparently, I don't run it. I'm just on the team, but I talked to the media guy somewhere. I guess that's what you call him. If I had to take somebody, it's going to be Storm. That's the only person I can really think. Storm, the way he's been the whole night, he's really had, like, nobody to challenge him besides Sweatcart. Okay. Sweatcart's sitting in 4th, too. He's not far behind him at all, don't get me wrong. I just don't know if he can catch him. Me personally, I don't think you can. That's painful. That's really dang painful. don't know how I managed to get a sore in my mouth, but I did. I just talk about random stuff. I just realized that. Whatever. Who cares? Nobody asked. Pace car's going to pull in here. Storm Patterson, Brandon Pemitat. 22 laps to go. 6 cautions overall. Starter's going to have the flag in his hand. As the green flag is in the air, we are back underway here from Darlington. Guys make it off that corner without throwing each other. We have 3 wide back here around Treston. How was Matthew still running without a front end? A lot of these guys that had damage early on are surprisingly still in contention here. But looking at this now, look who's starting to edge their way up here. Coley. I'm saying Josh Coley because he's done this 3 times in the Premier Series. He's not been up front the whole race. But towards the end, he just slowly edges his way to the front. And that's what I'm seeing right now from him. As Sweat Car has put on the throttle. 30.29 for his last lap. That was the fastest lap of the race. Not by much, though. Only by 1/100th of a second. Not 1/1000th. Down to that timing. I actually saw people tie before in iRacing. Actually happened with the Trick or Treat event that I did for HSR Money Racing. Sadly, they don't really run any more races, Cherry. You don't want to see that happening behind you. Or in front of you. Boyle's probably like, oh gosh, Code Brown moment. What's happened for him? Nelson I guess he had a fast car. He must have saved his. Only thing I can think about is that he saved his fast car before the end of this race. Oh, yeah, pretty much all these guys are on the same pit strategy. I mean, 55. Got some 60s and 61s. But the problem is, so Sawyer's lap 60. He's got to get through all of this. And he has damage. And he clips Matt Cherry. Matt saves it, drives it off the corner. Second time. Luckily, he didn't overcorrect that time. Matt did that earlier, and he literally just destroyed that outside wall. Matt's going to lose a lot of positions. Probably not going to be too happy, as he was actually the guy who contacted me about broadcasting this league. He doesn't own the league. That is Sawyer Ott that does. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Not wanting to do anything for me. Somebody got punted. Who got punted? Somebody just got the boot. And I think it was him, Street. Yeah, I saw him going down. Oh, my gosh. That rear end is destroyed. He got punted by somebody. And I think it was Matthew. Oh, yeah. Well, no. Who was it? No, I don't know what happened there. He got hit earlier in the rear end. He just clips. Yeah, he barely clips Matthew. Matthew came down a little bit, and the hamstring also came up. It's kind of a bam-bam. He's got punted at one point in time, though, because he has no rear end. But look at this now. Sweat Car has caught Patterson. All that Patterson really has to do, protect that outside. Do not let him get there, but that rear end's starting to step out. Going to run him down the track a little bit. Sweat Car's going to try a slide job here. Get in 3 and 4. What's Patterson going to do? Crosser remove might have to be done here. Going to get a pretty good runoff here for Storm. Going to have to hope it sticks. It will. Both of them are still wiggling off the corner. They're extremely loose. Both of them have been doing this the whole entire night. These Xfinity cars are a lot to handle. I would dare say they're harder to drive than the next gens. I tried to drive these at one point, and I was like, oh my gosh, there is no downforce on these things. It is hard. But Sweat Car, I think, now that he's got clean air, he's going to start pulling away from Storm. Unless Storm's saving his tires, he might. A caution can come out. He can do a Hail Melon. Or pull a video game move like Kyle Larson did. That was pretty cool to watch on TV. Sweat cart right there. That actually probably hurt him. But I keep Storm. What he's doing right now is I keep noticing this on Storm. When he gets back to 1 and 2, I'll probably show you all what I mean. Good Lord. Can't breathe. I want to see what he off of. I don't know about Chase here. So watch Storm enter. So he does good right here. But watch right, he's not pointing down as much, I think. He's having to wait for that car to turn still. Those are pretty much spread out from each other now. Nobody's really on top of each other like they were. As Hemstreet has not been down pit road, but he's been getting something fixed on that car. Oh, he actually probably was down pit road. Never mind, I'm wrong. The Storm hasn't let Sweatcart go by any means. I mean, he has kept him in his sight. He's making sure he doesn't get away from him. Got a 3-car battle here. Quick, Shiflet, and Gale. How is Gale up here? Gale now has a front end. He's not doing too hot. Shiflet's trying to get around quick. See if Gale follows him in also. Corbin Hemstreet just went back down pit road. These guys are going at it. Quick will hold off that position from Shiflet. We're there for a second. And Shiflet will actually get a pretty good run off the corner. Quick just can't do anything. Quick probably has some engine damage. As Gale slides it up in that corner. That's not what you want to do. He hit the apron. Want to kick out on him, but look at this. Storm is not letting Sweatcart go at all. I mean, he is keeping him on his bumper. Looks like Storm is a little bit better there, but he's just a little tight. It's just barely tight because I keep seeing him. He almost has the exit perfect, but it's just this last second. He can't get on the throttle fully, and it's just for a little bit, and it's so hard to see. I've done iRacing for 2 years now, and I can just see that's one part he just gets tight at. He needs to beat that. But if Sweatcart gets on the wall once, it's like right there. That's where he's tight. As he's loose that time. He's just tight on that exit. He's got to get that right rear loose somehow. Getting to the inside of Sweatcart here. Almost gives him a little bit of a tap. Let him know he's there. If you're Patterson, what do you do now? You got to stay behind Sweatcart and do something. You got 6 laps to make a move. If I'm him, you're setting him up right now. You're trying to get him to look in that mirror. Go somewhere that he doesn't want to. Fake him out. Be surprised how long it takes to plan a pass. You have to set up for multiple laps. I've had to set up a pass for about 5 laps at one point. I was finally able to get my fender around him. Storms, he's going to have to move Sweatcart. Sweatcart's running that high line. Both of them are running that high line, and you just can't pass on the bottom. It is so hard to do it on the bottom. At least you're within a second, or within a tenth of each other pretty much. Storm, he has such good entry into this corner, but Sweatcart, he just rolls better. Storm rolls that corner now. As soon as I say that little bit of a tap there, Sweatcart saves it. Storm gets on the brakes. Sweatcart's trying to drive it off. I think that's sportsmanship there from those two drivers. Storm realized he messed up. He did not take that lead from Sweatcart. He does not want to race like that. That is a veteran move there from Storm. But I'm afraid that Sweatcart's rear tires are now on fire. He will have no rear grip. Storm will now try to pass him in this corner. He goes side by side in the corner. He hits him again. Patterson does. They come down into each other. Storm will pass Sweatcart here. Will Sweatcart repay the favor? Going into 3 and 4. He tries to block. Storm does. Does Sweatcart give him the bumper? Slides up. Patterson able to get away from him, though. Patterson using his car to get around him. I mean, there's nothing against it. I know Sweatcart won't be too happy when he gets injured. I guarantee that. I just had a voice crack there. Like a prepubescent child. I'll actually be 20 next. I don't know if y'all know, I'll be 20 next month. I'm only 19. Ugh, my nose. I mean, those two were swapping paint. There was no love lost between either of them. They were going for it. But one thing that Storm does not want to see is the caution flag. He's trying to get around the track as fast as he can now. He wants to get away from these guys. He's hoping, please no caution, please no caution, please no caution. Storm is probably, Sweatcart's probably saying, I want a caution because I'm going to punch you. I'm just going to punch you in the corner. But Storm is going to come out of 3 and 4 here. My congested self has been commentating this whole race, and I can feel my nose stopping nothing more, but he will get the white flag here. Final lap for Storm. As long as he does not mess up, he will have this race win under his belt. One of my favorite paint schemes that is in the Rush and Premier Series, I'd say. Mainly because I like the color blue. Go here into 3 and come out of 4. Storm Patterson used his car to get the lead here late in the race, but he will take home the win as Slide Job was tried by somebody there, and Pamitat will actually get 3rd. What happened there? Between them, I have no idea what just happened. That quick was crash. Oh, that Cherry's crashing. Don't do that. He spun coming off the 4. Okay, we got a lot of wrecks here. Go back and see what happened. What happened here with Sweatcart? Did he just get... Oh, he just got loose. Car just stepped out on him. There was nothing anybody did to him. He's gonna be furious, and Nelson just punt, like, flat out grilled. What happened to Cherry? Oh, Manny may have gave him. Nope, he just ran up on him. Manny hit the wall. Yeah, and that sent him down to Cherry. There's nothing Cherry could have done. There's nothing Manny could have done besides just keep off the wall. But it's hard to run. Oh my gosh, Matthew almost killed him. I want to see how close Matthew was to hitting him right here. Oh my lord! I mean, he about destroyed him. Oh my gosh! I don't know how he did not drill him. I believe Storm's doing his burnout here. Yeah, we got two guys doing a burnout. Storm Patterson, he will come home with the win here. This is Brandon. That is Sawyer Ott and Tristan Ott down there. And then the other Brandon, you got Pamitat. You got Klusterhoos down there celebrating with each other. Guys just having fun right now. I know it's going to be interesting to read the Discord after. I'd like to do that. I guarantee you, I know who's going to be unhappy. Probably Schleckhart. And I would not blame him either. But we will pull up the top 3 here. I made sure I hit race this time instead of something else. I normally hit qualify on accident. But we will go back up to the top of the board here. Bringing the top 3 drivers, Dave Matson, Brandon Pamitat, and Storm Patterson. I have no idea how Storm did what he did. Matson, I mean not Storm. Let's get over here. Where are you at, Matson? There he is. Okay. I'll make sure this is unmuted. Hey, Matson, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you come home 3rd after a crazy race. You know, how was it for you overall, though?
I was pretty good. We had we didn't have very good long run speed. I think it was a little too comprehensive on that, but we had good long run speed. And if we had another 10 laps, I think we would have won this race. I mean, we had really good long run speed, but I think we were a little too cautious on the short run. The car is loose on the short run, and I just tried to maintain the car and keep it ready for the end. So,
you know, so was the car loose overall, or was it pretty tight the whole time? Because it seemed like y'all were loose and tight. It really depended on what run it seemed. But how was the car handling?
Well, the car was it was kind of like a tight entering, but it was loose off, and it just depended on how hard you pushed the car and where the car was. There was a couple times where I got loose off it too, and just trying to get too much too early, and the car was loose under cold tires. Once you got about 3 or 4 or 5 laps on, the car was really good. I just tried to maintain that, and there was a couple times where I just really got too aggressive, and it got me out. Now, luckily, I didn't really crash the car, so we were able to maintain, but we did damage the car a little bit. So,
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
well, we always got to thank our active duty or in our reserve military. Thank you guys for serving, and thank you guys for broadcasting. Thanks for Sawyer and Treston for putting on this series, and on tomorrow night.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That was Dave Matson. Correction. I saw this earlier, but I thought Kelvin changed numbers. He had Jace Mashure driving for him instead. Guessing Jace could be a guy and a girl. Probably a guy. Yeah, that could be either person. I don't know who it is, but we'll find out. We'll bring in the second place driver and Brandon Pamitat. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Man, so you come home second. How was the race overall, though? Because I don't think you expected to finish in that spot there coming to the line.
Pretty much exactly like you just described it. It was pretty much a battle of survival. Car versus the wall. Definitely came home with 3 or 4 Darlington stripes. I guess I played it out good with the pit stops and everything, and had a little bit of speed in the mid pack, and was able to get up front later in the race, and tried to stay there. And I was watching Storm and John fight it out, and I was like, man, I really hope they completely take each other out. And they almost did a few times. It was really fun to watch that battle. And Dave was coming up really fast, long speed, and pretty much, I don't even know what happened at the end. I have to go back and look, but bring home a second place. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, Sweat Cart just had the car step out on me, overcorrected, and I was like, well, I thought somebody hit him, but evidently I was wrong. I was like, well, okay. But that was a crazy finish, that's for sure. Before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching tonight?
Yeah, Fort Worth Screen Printing, my dad, he's a big supporter. The league, it's a fun league. You broadcasting, and that's really about it.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Good luck tomorrow.
I hope so. We have a short track tomorrow, so hopefully tempers don't flare too much.
Oh, God. Oh, please don't tell me it's Martinsville. I need to look really quickly. Don't tell me it's Martinsville. Please don't be Martinsville. It better not be Martinsville. I'm just checking really, really quickly right now. Martinsville is... Ugh. Oh, no. Wait. Never mind. North Wilkesboro. Okay, it won't be too bad. But we will bring in the race winner now. And Storm Patterson. Stop doing burnouts. Hey, Storm. This is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Hey, brother. I got you.
So you come home with the win here tonight, How did the last 20 laps go? Because you and Sweatheart were all over each other.
Yeah, I guess this was a little bit before your time, but me and Sweatheart used to be at each other's throats all the time. So recently we became pretty good pals out racing each other. So yeah, no, it was fun. I knew he was going to be first to be reckoned with once he got past Pamitat, so I kind of created a little bit of a gap, heated my tires up, and when he got right by me, I kind of got a little bit frustrated, but Cluseris was just like, calm down, tires cool, get back in it, keep digging. And I got back in it, and I was able to just stay with him until I guess he burnt his stuff up, and that was just when me and him started getting a little bit physical there. And I got into him the first time and saw him get really loose, and I just got completely off the gas. I told him to gather back up, and we kept on racing. And then second time, he was just rolling the center. He just didn't have enough grip there at the end there, and I just was anticipating it, and I got into him and put him in the wall. I did not mean to do that, and we talked after the race, and it was mutual there, so no bad blood, which is good. Always enjoy racing with him, so yeah, just exciting, physical last few laps, and with mutual respect there, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, it's just that happens. And when I saw you hit him the first time and you gave it right back to him, I was like, yeah, that's a veteran move. You're saying I don't want to win. I don't want to win the race like that. And that was good to see that people don't like to race dirty all the time, which you're not a dirty driver at all. But it was you and him the whole entire night racing each other. Who? It seemed like you were better at some times than he was better. Was there a part on the track that you were good at, and was there a part that you just couldn't hit at all?
I think he was just way better at rolling 1 and 2, and I was just better at 3 and 4 there. There's a slower part of the track where you had to kind of modulate the brake. I seem to be better at, and but no, we seemed pretty even. I felt like I was stronger there at the long run, and I felt like he was stronger than me at the beginning. But yeah, no, we just both were really strong. This is one of my best tracks, one of my favorites. So I was looking forward to this, and I was glad with the outcome.
All right, man. Well, before I'll let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, anybody or any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, the Ott Company, everyone at JCOM, Clear for keeping me in it, man. That boy's on key. He's my crew chief every week, pretty much, and just I wouldn't be able to do anything without him, pretty much. He's the calm voice on my shoulder most weeks, so I just got to thank him and just everyone makes it possible, everyone that supports the league, you included, and yeah, just looking forward to the playoffs here.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job tonight, man.
Thank you, boss.
Storm Patterson also drives in the Premier Series. We'll update this, but I do have something else. I'll go over the finishing order first. So first is Storm Patterson, second, Brandon Pamitat, third, Dave Matson, fourth, John Sweatcart, fifth, Justin Nelson, sixth, Brandon Kluster, seventh, Adam Boyles, eighth, Josh Coley, ninth, Nathan Shiflett, 10th, Zachary Kreiser, 11th, Christopher Gale, 12th, Matt Quick, sorry. Good Lord. 13th, Treston Ott, 14th, Alex Little, 15th, Manning Gregory, 16th, Matthew Klusterhuis, 17th is Sawyer Ott, 18th, Matt Cherry, 19th, Matthew Martell, 20th, Carson Etheridge, 21st, Corbin Hemstreet, 22nd, Kelvin Masur, which is Jace Masur tonight. Gene Collum was last year. Had a rough night. Dylan Hell was race control. But these guys are now in their playoffs. So this is their playoff. Looking right now. Let me resize that for y'all because that is absolutely huge. I did not think about doing that. Let me fit to screen. That is, yeah, that's way too big. There we go. Okay, so you see the standings right now. Will LaRue leads it. Storm is now second. I see a lot of JCOM drivers in here. So it goes LaRue leading it by 4 points. Storm and Brandon are tied. Sweatcart, and it's like a 40 gap. Wait. Hold on. Okay, these are wrong. Are they wrong? I think these may be wrong. I'm not. Well, let's go off this. So Sweatcart, Quick, Martell, Boyles, Brandon, Sawyer, Corbin, Treston, and Chris Gale. Next week they will be going to. Let me find the schedule for you all. I should have that up. They will be going to Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I saw some pretty good racing there at some 95 laps. But tomorrow, the Premier Series, they are going to be at North Wilkesboro. I actually live about 50 minutes from, probably like an hour from that track. I'm actually in a pretty good spot. I have Bristol 40 minutes away from me, North Wilkesboro about an hour and a half, and Martinsville an hour and a half from me also. Yeah, living in Southwest Virginia has its perks sometimes. But now that my throat is basically dead and I can hear my nose stuffing up again, hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. Again, Austin is streaming the Fast Track Racing series right now, so if you want to hop over and watch him, that would be good. Also, if you don't mind him throwing a subscription, it's free. You can always take it back. We are at 659. Think we can hit 700 by the end of this month, hopefully. But I will roll this animation, and I will let y'all go. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow.